Hey guys, how are you guys all doing? Welcome to the channel. I'm here to give you a preview of the Cincinnati Masters 1000. I hope you guys are going to enjoy my views of what's going to happen. No one can tell the future, obviously, but I'm here to dissect the draw and give you my views and let you know what's happening and all of those things related to that. So first I'm going to head to the draw now and take a look. I'm going to focus on the top three seeds draw and Medvedev, Tsitsipas, and Zverev. So first of all, Medvedev, he's got Mackenzie McDonald in the first round. Should get that in straight sets. Should get Dimitrov in his second round, which is the round of 16. I think he'll get that in straight sets. Hubert Hurkacz, he would get in the quarterfinals. I mean, they played in Toronto. I believe it was a close match. I think 3 sets. Don't have the score in front of me. I know he won, but then Hurkacz has beat him in Wimbledon in 4 sets. I would say another close one, 3 sets to Medvedev. He gets through that quarterfinal match. Then he's going to get Rublev. I mean, he has a great head-to-head against Rublev, and I think Rublev has a mental thing. So Medvedev's able to get him in these long rallies, play defense, move him around, um, and just beat him with consistency and defense. And in the end, Rublev gets sick of it and then has to go for too much and make a whole lot of errors because Medvedev keeps getting one more ball, one more ball, one more ball. Also, Rublev likes to stand in the middle and then sort of hammer the ball, right? But when he's not at his best is when he's sort of asked to sort of be moved around and be pushed around. So you'll see that from Medvedev. Defense and even with the power, Medvedev makes you go one more ball until you hit it out. You'll see that, but you'll also see instead of Medvedev going for winners, drawing, getting Rublev into these long rallies in this semi-final match, and then move him around. Um, and then Rublev likes to stand in the middle and use his power, but when he's moved around, he's got average kind of movement. He's a bit weak. So Medvedev likes to get him in these long, drawn-out rallies, with Medvedev not really going for winners, but just pushing Rublev around and then exposing the movement. And Rublev's not in a position to use his power on the run like when he stands in the middle. So those two factors, consistency, defense, and moving Rublev around and taking him out of position in the rallies. And then there's a mental thing from Rublev's side. So I'll give that to Medvedev in straight sets again to move through to the Cincinnati Masters 1000 final. Um, so let's move on to the other side of the draw now. I mean, Tsitsipas's draw, so he would face Sebastian Korda in the first match, get that in straight sets. Tommy Paul or Sonigo, it'd be Sonigo. I think he'd get Sonigo in straight sets too. Berrettini in the quarterfinals. Now that could go either way, but Berrettini was injured at Wimbledon, hasn't been really playing since. So I was saying a tough, close 3-set quarterfinal. I'm going to say Tsitsipas takes down Berrettini. And the main thing that Tsitsipas has over Berrettini, they've both got a big serve, big forehand. I just think Tsitsipas ground strokes is a bit more consistent than Berrettini. Like if you're playing defense and you're getting him back and you're forcing him to hit one more, he can be patient, hit 2, 3, 4 good shots until he ends it. But Berrettini's likely to go for too much and hit an error. Also, more consistency, less errors in this rallies for Tsitsipas, and a bit better defense also. So consistency and defense will do it. They both got equally great serves, equally great forehands. the big servers, power guys who like to finish the point, come to the net. That's another thing. When they're finishing it with their forehand coming to the net to finish, Tsitsipas is a bit better at the net also. So consistency, defense, and then a bit better at the net, but then they match each other with great serves and forehands. So I'm going to say, and then also Berrettini's had that injury. Tsitsipas played last week, so I'll say Tsitsipas just doing a lot of the same things, but a bit better with the serve and the forehand, but the consistency, defense, and net play put him over the top for a close free setter. So that's 3 sets to Tsitsipas. He's in the semi-finals. Now let's look at Zverev's part of the draw and see if he'll meet Tsitsipas. So he'll beat Lloyd Harris in his first round. He'll beat Fabio, probably straight sets. He beat Fabio Fognini, sort of a tough 2 or 3 set match in the round of 16. Then he'll go through and play. I'll say it'll be Schwartzman. I think that Zverev will overpower. So yeah, he's got Lloyd Harris in his first round. He's got Fognini, tough 2 or 3 sets, round of 16. Then he's got Schwartzman in the quarterfinals. They've both got consistency, sort of defense, but yeah, Schwartzman's a bit better defense. Both got good consistency in the rallies, but I just see Zverev with the bigger serve and more power, but willing to be patient at 3, 4, 5 shots, get the ascendancy, but then the power to take control of the rally and the power to finish, but the consistency to wait till he gets past Schwartzman's defense, like he did with Djokovic. So when both guys are very consistent, but he's got more power, he's controlling the rally, and then he's controlling more rallies because he's getting 3 points off his serve, doesn't have to work or easy finishes after that. Whereas Schwartzman has to battle and rally on every service game, and Zverev can rally with him. And then if there's a chance, Zverev can overpower him in those rallies. So I think the fact that they've both got consistency, but Zverev's got the power to control a lot of rallies. Zverev's going to get 3 points and just 1-2 punches to end it on his service game, whereas Schwartzman's going to be forced to win a rally every time. And whenever Zverev's in a tough spot, he can put out those big bombs. Schwartzman has to battle in a 50-50 rally, which Zverev may outwork him and overpower him in. So when I think there'll be a lot of rallies, but then I think a lot of them, Zverev overpowers Schwartzman. And then also when these rallies are even, just the fact that Zverev's getting all these 3 points off serve, all these easy finishes, 1-2 punches, all these rallies from his serve with complete control. Whereas Schwartzman is going to have to slug it out and win rallies all the time. And if 1 or 2 games are set, Zverev's able to get control of those rallies and overpower him and push him around. He gets a break or 2 each set. Uses his big, powerful serve and is able to hold easily and finish get a lot of aces, a lot of short balls, finish it off. A lot of rallies, he's in complete control. So we overpower him in the rally, really. And Schwartzman will have to work too hard and won't be able to win all the rallies to hold serve all the time, a break or 2. Whereas Zverev, we've been better with easy serve, easy 1-2 punches, and then some rallies that he's in complete control. He'll hold serve easy. It'll be a battle for Schwartzman. Probably 1 or 2 free breaks in the match, maybe 1 break, 1 set to the other. But yeah, it's Zverev, I would say probably 2 sets may go free, but I'll say straight sets for now. But 2 very close sets, so Zverev takes that. So now we're off to the big matches, right? With Zverev playing Tsitsipas in the semi-finals. I mean, Tsitsipas is a bit off. He lost to the American guy, the tall guy. I've got to get his name. I don't know why I've lost it. Yeah, like the 7 foot guy, um, in the in Canada. Opelka, yeah, sorry about that. So he lost to Opelka, and then he didn't win the German Open on clay that he played. Lost first round of Wimbledon. So I just think like he's not on a good run. And then Zverev has won the Olympic gold medal. He's on a high. And these two players are quite equal, but with Tsitsipas on a bad run, first round at Wimbledon, not winning in Germany on the clay, he was dominating clay earlier. Then that Opelka loss in Canada, and then Zverev on a high after the Olympics beating Djokovic and Khachanov. I just see like in this match that I just see like Zverev is just in better form right now. Like first round, like losing to people like a Pelka. I mean, like that's not going to do it. And losing like what he did in the German Open on clay, and then with this very high level of beating Djokovic and Khachanov and dominating at his absolute best, and he'll be his most confident after this Olympic gold, right? So I just think with Zverev, he's most confident, beating Djokovic at his absolute high level. Against Tsitsipas, he's lost his confidence since the French Open, not done well in Germany or Wimbledon or Canada, and at a low point. And then the other guy saying, I beat Djokovic, I won Olympic gold, I'm on my high point. I see Zverev taking this one, right? Um, I'm going to say it could be either two close sets or three sets, but they do a similar thing. They've got a big serve. They can both like to attack, use their power, shorten the point, and end it. And Zarev's got a bit better defense, I would say. Um, and then Tsitsipas has got a bit better net play. But overall, they're pretty equal. But I just think Zverev will have a huge serve. He'll be hitting powerfully to control the rally, but doing consistently without errors. He'll be able to play defense. Everything will be on. Tsitsipas will be playing with power to shorten the point. He'll be a bit hot and cold, too many errors, while Zverev won't be doing that. And then I'm just saying, like, either two really close sets or three sets to Zverev, but they're going to be doing a similar thing, but Zverev's just going to be better because he's won the Olympic gold. He's beaten Djokovic. He's on a high, and Zverev's losing to Pelka, losing at the German Open, first round at Wimbledon. He's not at his best. Zverev is at his absolute best, and then you'll see two guys of a similar style, but because Zverev is at a high point in his career, um, and then being a bit hot and cold, Tsitsipas. But with the serve and the power and the consistency in the rally that Zverev's going to bring, Tsitsipas with the serve and the power, but a bit inconsistent in errors because he's not quite at his best. When Zverev is, that's going to win it 2 to 3 sets for Alexander Zverev. So then we'll be in the final, which will feature Daniel Medvedev and Alexander Zverev. I mean, I think that he'll probably be a bit tired from the Olympics and the emotional exhaustion and all of that. I think that Medvedev's on a bit of a high. I think that like Zverev sometimes sits back and doesn't take over the point and doesn't go for it and too patient. And then when he does that, rallying against Medvedev, Medvedev's just a bit better rallier. When he's got the serve, to say I won't rally with Medvedev, I'm going to attack, shorten the point. The thing is, Medvedev's going to get as many free points off his serve, so they've both got big serves. They're both going to get free points. But when it's not coming down to the serve and they're both happy to rally, Medvedev's the better rallier. I think Zverev will be a bit tired and mentally and physically exhausted from the Olympics. And I just think that like there's better defense from Medvedev, more consistency, better rallying ability, but they both have that ability off the serve. But then when it's not coming down to the serve, like there'll be a lot of points they'll both win with the serve. They'll start rallies ahead and win because of their serve. They get free points, but those points when you can't win it with your serve, Medvedev's just more consistent, a better defender. Probably got more energy now and more confidence after winning Toronto the week before. And then, like Zverev likes to sit back and just play, too passive and get in long rallies. And when he's trying to rally with someone like Medvedev, who's just better at rallying than him, then it's a problem. So I just think that the serve being equal, they win a lot of points when they get their first serve in, both. Uh, if they start the rally ahead with their first serve, they win it, both of them. But the points where it's a second serve and they're in rallies, and Zverev's being too passive, and Medvedev's just a better rallier, more consistent, can move him around, have better defense, better ability to turn defense into offense, and then sort of match him on the power there. It'll come down to him being a better rallier, and better defense and more consistency and shot tolerance, ability to move Zverev around, and then Zverev can't say, "I won't rally or play the attack short on the point," because his serve and Medvedev's serve is equal, so they'll start just as many points ahead as each other. They'll get just as many free points as each other, right? Um, that's the way I see it. But then when it comes down to the 50-50 points, the defense, the consistency, the rallying, Medvedev's just better than he's really feeling great after winning Toronto. But so is Zverev is feeling great after the Olympic gold. So I'm going to say it's a great, high quality match, a third and deciding set, and then in these long rallies, Zverev just runs out of gas, runs out of energy, and then Medvedev outdoes him in those rallies. So Medvedev wins and finishes him off, and then Zverev runs out of gas and Medvedev's out rallying him. But very close match, very high level match, both confidence at a high point in their career. But like I said, out rallying Medvedev, out rallying Zverev, and Zverev running out of gas a bit at the end, running out of energy. So 3 sets, very close match, very high level match. But nonetheless, Daniel Medvedev wins it in a thriller, a 3 set close match, high level, but out rallies him. Zverev's running out of gas, and Medvedev is your 2021 Cincinnati Masters champion in a very close final. So that's my predictions. So, guys, subscribe, bell notification, thumbs up. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world. And bye for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being with me, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.